Hey, did you know that what you eat is spiritual? So, I had an experience yesterday when I was out walking, frolicking, looking at art while I was in Brazil here. And I got sick, and I want to tell you about it because it happened after I made a certain commitment to myself. So, hey y'all, I'm Alicia Christine. I am an intuitive healing wellness guide, and I love to talk about things around travel, black womanhood, wellness, faith, spirituality, healing my body. And I want to talk about the things that help me, even the things that I struggle with on my path and my journey to wholeness. So, I want to talk a little bit about how what we eat in our nutrition is connected to spirituality. So yesterday I had stopped after looking at some art and things, and I was super hungry. I had protein before I left, but it was time to eat again. So I stopped to eat, and I asked the guy, I was like, I want some food from Bahia. I want some Bahian food. And he was like, okay, maybe here, maybe here. I forget that I really can't ask people about where I should eat. In all things, I believe that we should pray even about what we eat, especially when you're sensitive and you're healing your mind, body, your spirit, and your gut, for real, for real. And you're going through a spiritual journey. What we eat is so connected. So let me get to the chase. So I go to the place where he recommends, and I sit down. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat any meat. I'm gonna have salad. I'm gonna have beans, and I'm gonna have what else was on my plate? Some pasta. So it comes out, and I put a little bit of oil on the pasta, and I start eating. I'm eating. I'm eating. I'm getting full really quickly, and I'm also listening to women who run with the wolves. I'm listening to that Audible, and I'm enjoying it, but I'm not very present. I'm not very mindful. Mind you, a couple of days ago, I had made a recommitment to myself that I was going to completely eliminate chicken because it has not been doing well for my body, even in a different country. Inflammation is still inflammating, and I was like, all right, I gotta switch some things. No fried food. I've been focused in, and I said I wanted to be more mindful with what I put in my mouth and what I consume in general. So I'm eating, and a few minutes after that, while I'm listening to this book, my stomach starts to turn. Y'all know that feeling like when you're like, oh, nah, oh, nah. So that starts to happen. So I decided to have some water with gas. It's what you call it? It's seltzer water, right? I'm like, can I get some water with gas? And so I began to drink it, and I drink it slowly, but my stomach is still not feeling settled. So after a few minutes of being there, I get up to leave to go carry on with my day, and I feel my mouth water. I'm like, oh yeah, it's coming, it's coming. So I go to the side because I don't want to, gross anybody out. I know like I'm about to purge. So I go over to the side, and I begin to purge. And after that, I kept walking, and I just started thinking. And I was like, you just made a commitment to yourself. I started asking myself, why did my body do that? What is it rejecting? Because I mean, I've been eating food fine. I haven't been drinking water, tap water to my knowledge. But of course, people might cook cross contamination. Some things may happen, whatever. But my gut has been sustaining me, generally speaking, for the last few months. But long story short, I began to ask myself what was happening, and then I made that spiritual connection. Like, you made a commitment, you recommitted to your spiritual journey, you recommitted to yourself and what was going on with your body because you want to see change. I want to go to a deeper level in my healing, in my intuition, in my lifestyle, in my wealth, in my abundance, in my visibility, which is why I'm up here showing myself and sharing my stories and things that can help you. So, in order to do that, I have to change the things that I consume, even my health and wellness. It's not that eating pasta and veggies at the time, or I should say, is bad. It's not bad, right? I'm not naming things as bad food. It's just not in alignment with what I purpose to do in this season of my life. And a few things that I want to share with you about how nutrition and spirituality go hand in hand. um, Food isn't just fuel, it's really a relationship. And how we meet that relationship changes how we feel inside of our bodies. I had been anxious yesterday. And so when I sat down, I was eating from that perspective. I was eating from that energy. I was like gobbling it up. And I was hungry. And I shouldn't have like pushed myself to that level in terms of hunger. And so it makes sense that I purged because my body was like, we don't like this. We don't like what you're doing, and we barely like this food. And so that was the response. And a quote that I want to give you is from Eckhart Tolle, and he says, "When you eat in a state of presence, you bring awareness into the body. That awareness itself is healing." And it's really true. Like your mind state, this is why mindfulness and all of that is interconnected. Like mind, body, and spirit all go together all the time. This is what I talk about. This is what I try to live because everything is interconnected. Um, and like it's really important for us to recognize that when you want to heal your body in particular, you have to be cognizant of everything that you consume, not to the point of like being scared, but being mindful, being having a spiritual perspective and praying over everything. Three gentle facts that I want to give you and some information that I want to share before I bounce because I'm about to go frolic and have a good time. Is that one, the nervous system decides how food is received. So because I was all doing the most anxious, fearful, whatever was going on with my spirit, that food was not received the way it needed to be received. When we eat in stress and urgency, our body is in survival and it's not in the right space for digestion. But when we eat with a calmer presence, with mindfulness, the body shifts from that rest and into rest and to receiving. And it allows the nourishment to really land where it needs to land to give our body the nourishment. And this is why the same food can feel supportive one day and another day it can be inflaming. So it's not always that, okay, I can't eat these pasta. Oh, I can't eat this. I can't eat that. But what's the state of mind that you're in when you are consuming this food? That matters as well. Number two, digestion and intuition share the similar pathways. So the gut and the brain, they're deeply interconnected through the vagus nerve. This is a part of your nervous system. When digestion is supported, many of us feel naturally clearer, more intuitive. We feel more creative, more emotionally regulated without even trying. These two go hand in hand. They're similar pathways. And the last thing I want to share with you is that food carries a certain energy. And this is why you do need to be mindful about where you eat, who's preparing your food, your intention, their intention. And when you don't know, always you should be praying and consecrating your food. Thank God for that upbringing where prayer has always been essential. How food is prepared, right? How we sit with it, how safe we feel in that environment, it all shapes our experience. And this is why food, nutrition, nourishing ourselves and spirituality go hand in hand. And this is also why eating can feel like a spiritual experience because it is. And it doesn't have to be rigid, ritualized, or performative. It just is a spiritual experience. Food is not just chemistry, but it's the context, all right? It's rhythm. It's a whole relationship that you're having with your body when you are digesting. That word always gets me. All right. So I hope that was helpful to you. I am going to share with you below a guide that I created. Heal your heart, manifest wholeness. Boom, there you go. Boom, there you go. Boom, there you go. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.